Greetings, Tom Earl here. Welcome back to my Direct Connect method members. And for those of you, maybe a friend shared this with you, you're seeing this maybe on YouTube. Greetings, I'm Tom Earl. All right, so what I wanted to do is I wanted to take some time with y'all and go over the answer to the question I get from many folks all the time is, where should I host my community, or where should I host my course, or the implementation materials that I have for my clients or my mastermind? Where should I host that? Now, I myself have been down this road for years. I think I started my first course in 2015. So a lot has happened. We're almost at a decade here, interestingly enough. And I'm really excited about Circle. So before we go any further, just so there's no confusion, I am an affiliate of Circle. So obviously, I'm going to encourage you, if you like this, to use my 14-day trial and all the implications that come with somebody being an affiliate. But look, I don't just become an affiliate for somebody just because I'm like, let me make some money out here. I have a business and other ways to do that. So when I recommend something, it's because this is what I'd recommend, even if they don't have an affiliate program. But hey, if I'm going to recommend it, you know. Okay, so let me break down to y'all my journey. So I signed up with Kajabi before Kajabi actually launched as a course. Okay, so this would have been like 2016, something like that. I signed up for Kajabi and got on their legacy plan. So I was actually paying $700 a year for Kajabi. So I just want to put that in perspective. So leaving Kajabi for another place, I mean, it was a major decision. For one, I was getting all the features that everyone else is getting. I think Kajabi is charging now like $200 a month, and I was getting it for $700. I had everything there, right? It was all set up, all ready to go. And I am a loyal person. You know, I heard about Kajabi through our good friend, Brendan Burchard. And, you know, there's a sense of loyalty there. But the thing is that I started to see this trend in the marketplace. I'm sure you've seen it too, where people are sick of their community being inside of a Facebook group. Me personally, I was sick of, as the host, I was sick of my community being inside of Facebook, because it just felt like it was just this never ending notifications. And so I really just want to go in and see, hey, how can I support my community? And I got to kind of fish through hundreds of notifications that are anywhere from my ads to one of my friends from school tagging me in some random meme. It was just what I needed to go in and was like, hey, I have 15 minutes to answer questions. I didn't want to waste valuable time sifting through notifications, and then things would get buried. Plus the ethical implications of where Meta's going. There's just a lot of things. So even me on my end, I was starting to get sick of Facebook groups. And plus there's no control over the user experience. The other thing is I, starting about a year ago, really started to go down this journey of, I'm sick of having multiple different subscriptions to Kajabi, and then to this other one, and then to this other one. And, you know, when I'd onboard people, I'd have to say, join my Facebook group over here, or do this over here. And the thing, what I was looking for is I wanted everything in one place. I wanted where I give people the implementation materials, the course, and the community to be in one place. So I started to research, where am I going to transition to in February 2021. And I launched my Circle community in September 2021. So almost 9-10 months is that. So I myself am a researcher. So I really researched. I got on so many different sales calls with people pitching what Circle does. So This isn't to say Circle doesn't have competitors or people that are comparable, but I did every single one from Mighty Networks to Kajabi to some that are really even expensive. One of the ones I was going to sign up for would create your own custom app, and it was $6,000 a year. And I found after everything I looked at that Circle had every single thing that I was looking for, and I didn't have to pay $6,000 a year. I only had to pay $49 a month. Well, I signed up for the professional plan. So $99 a month instead of $6,000. Y'all, I can't tell you how relieved I was that I went with Circle instead of this big, super fancy, expensive app. So if we're already at 5 minutes here, y'all know me. If you've been here long enough to know when I'm passionate about something, I'm going to give you my full opinion. So if this is all you needed to hear, y'all go start your 14-day trial. But if you want to hear a little bit more, let me break this down, and I'm going to show you some examples here. First of all, I love the way that Circle looks. Okay, it's aesthetically just looks amazing. So I've created a portal demonstration just to protect the privacy of our back end. So I created just a little free trial here but it looks nice. It's easy to navigate. It's just I think aesthetic matters, especially if you have a high ticket program. When people come in, they like how things look matters. Like, for example, in my house, my wife would kill me if I invited somebody over for the very first time and our house didn't look nice, right? Aesthetic matters. And so the aesthetic of what Circle sets up for you communicates value, communicates that you care. So already, I really do think that matters. And Circle knocks that out of the park. I really think that the pricing's awesome. I mean, I signed up at the professional plan. I was good there, right? This was great for me. I know some of my colleagues are using this one right here, but really, I think for the majority of you signing up, you're going to be able to start at this price point. And to get everything you get for under $100, it really keeps your overhead low, because a lot of times you can just have all of this overhead. And even though you're making good money with your program, because you have such overhead, you're really not netting much. So I love that about Circle. Circle is really, really easy to set up. So I created just like, I'm going to skip ahead, but one of my favorite things, this is something that Circle came out with after I had already signed up. So I had experienced life before they had this courses thing. And now after they've added it, it's just amazing. So basically, this is the portal right here. Okay, you're going to go to add space, and then we're going to click course. Okay, next, create the name. I've already done that. So let me just show you. It's really just as simple as coming in here, add section. I've already done these, module 3. And then if we just come in here, we're just going to click edit. All right, y'all, you're making me look bad here. My apologies. So we're going to click add lesson, which I just did, and then we're going to come and add it. And then you literally just upload it right here, and you can embed it. I personally just uploaded mine directly. One of the things that's really frustrating is a lot of platforms I've used, it takes forever to upload something. Their upload time is really, really quick. So right here, you can link, right? So download the Google Doc here. Okay, you can very easily link it right like there. You can make this downloadable for folks if you want to. And it's really as simple as that. Like, I set up my course, and if you're a DCM member, it's pretty big. My course is pretty big. And I set that whole thing up in an afternoon while I was cleaning my house. Like that. That's how easy it is. And I love how you can have, so they basically have these different spaces and then things underneath it. And what's great is you could just have like, hello, getting started. And ours, we have underneath here, it's like celebrate your wins, questions. And that's really the big thing about any community that you create is the more organized it is, the more confidence you're going to give your customers. And a lot of times what happens in Facebook groups is it's just this like big room where everyone just shouts whatever they need, whether it's questions, wins, your updates. But right here with Circle, you can have right here, this can be your course. Okay. Then you can have up here stuff for new folks. And then you could add a new space down here that's, questions, wins, everything basically gets its own place. And I really think that flow, that organization, I really think it adds to the value of a program. So that's why I have ease of use on both ends. They have a mobile app for iOS and Android, because what I'm always encouraging folks to do is like, look, you're not going to sit at your computer and go through my course. You're not. Okay, listen to my course on the go, right? And then instead of just going on social media aimlessly, come into our community, right? That's really what we're creating here. Is it's a alternative to mindlessly scrolling on social media. Let this program be the social media that you're looking for that actually moves the dial on your life. So that's what we're all trying to create here in the end. So for me, I love that. I love how it's an all-in-one instead of being like, here's my course, here's what the implementation materials are, and then here's the community. You can do it all in one. The customer service is amazing. Whenever I had questions, they just had a little place down here where you could ask, and they always got back to me in a way that was super supportive, super helpful. They are constantly improving, and I think ahead of the curve. You're starting to see, like, for example, Kajabi now is like, oh, we're creating communities. And look, I'm not trying to be a Kajabi knocker. Kajabi got me where I'm going. They got me on this road, but it's a little bit telling that they're late to the community game. I like how Circle started with community. That's where they started. Circle was like, we need to create a place for people to have community. And then they built on from there. And so they're constantly improving, but their core really is community. And I think that matters because that's, especially now, y'all, that's what people are looking for, is a community. Now, one of the really cool things about Circle is they have these paywalls that you can have for your program. So what you can do is you can get people into your Circle community, and you can have, like, right up here, it could be like getting started, and this could be all free stuff. So you get people in the habit of coming to your space, seeing how wonderful and beautiful it is. So you know how before you had like a free Facebook group and a paid one? It's just this like confusing thing. You can have all in one space. This can be the free content right here that nurtures, builds that community. And then down here, it can have like your course. Someone goes to click on it, and this is what they're going to see, right? It's going to purchase membership. So it basically has like, it's like being like, don't you want to be a part of this? Look, it's right here. Click it. All you got to do is get signed up. It's basically selling for you by demonstrating to people, this is what you can be a part of, which is one of their great things right here. Is it does have a payment management. So you don't have to have separate payment pages and all these different things. So for example, someone clicks right here on one of your locked spaces, boom, purchase membership, and you can accept payment right there through Circle. Now it gets even better for me because they have, and this is where I keep talking about how they're constantly iterating, they're constantly building, they're constantly listening to us and their community. You can then automate on the back end, having workflows triggered that applies tags, adds them to spaces, sends them messaging, all these different things right here that really make this exactly why I love Circle. So I've already talked about the courses. I think we're good on this. They've just updated their pricing. So you can see that right down here, depending upon when you watch this, I really think that right now this is underpriced. So, of course, if you watch this like a year from now, imagining that they're going to increase their prices, rightly so. This is fantastic opportunity. So overall, y'all, what I want to recommend that you do is don't just take my word for it. try this 14-day trial right here, and would be honored if you use my affiliate link, or if you signed up without it, just send me an email and I can reach out to them. They can get us hooked up. Start your 14-day trial and come in here and start just experimenting with it. See what it's like to set it up. See what it's like to have, instead of, your community spread out throughout a bunch of different apps, or, this big hall where everyone yells like a Facebook group. See what it's like to start to intentionally think through, what are the specific conversations that people are having, and how can we give a space for each one of those? How can you have everything put in one place? For me personally, when I relaunched my program, is stressful, in that it was really putting myself out there, has caused me a lot of fear. And the moment I got to see it all come together in Circle, it was just like this. Yes, it was awesome. This is where I keep talking about the aesthetic. It was like, there we go. It just elevated everything I was doing, It's like when you watch these makeover shows, it's like, oh my gosh, look at that amazingness that was hidden beneath all of the disorganization. Circle was my makeover. It was like, look at how amazing it looks now that it's all put together. Look, we're almost at 20 minutes here. So let me give a little bit of a, so this doesn't just sound like I'm all about Circle. Let me see how we can balance this out. Why might you not use Circle? One of the reasons you might not use Circle is if you don't want to have a community. And that's not like, this isn't hyperbole. This isn't like, who wouldn't want a community? Sometimes, like in some of my iterations of my program, I've paused on Circle and just had everything on Google Docs. Now that's not very sophisticated, but that was sometimes where I was at when I was iterating and planning and kind of only inviting a few people in it at a time. That was what I did. So if you're in a place where you don't want people to interact with each other, you don't want them to interact with you, then, just use Zoom and YouTube links, and like, that's a way to get started. I'm not doing a very good job of thinking of cons to why you would use Circle. I really think if you're going to have a course, if you're going to have a community, no one else can compete with Circle. Like, that's my honest assessment. So the only reason you wouldn't use Circle is if you didn't need to have those features. That'd be the only reason. So if you don't need a community, right? If it's really just you need some place to house your recorded stuff, then you probably don't need Circle. Although I don't know if you're going to find anywhere that'll house your stuff for $49 a month anyways, unless you're not using video. Like if you're just going to use audio, then I use Hello Audio for that. But, that's like very niche. Most programs are going to expect a community. So that's really my only con. I'm trying to think if there's any other cons to something I didn't like about Circle. Nope, that's it. I can't tell you how grateful I am that I didn't spend $6,000 on, like, I was seconds away from like that place that was $6,000. They gave me discount after discount after discount. They're like, dude, we're basically giving you this away, even though it's $6,000. And I really just thought that that's what I needed to elevate my program, was my own app, where it's like, no, I'm not white labeling anything. This is my own app. And then I just was like, such an ego thing. And I really don't have the time to develop my own app. Like, literally what happened to me is I started a 14-day trial and I set up Circle so quick that I was like, this is amazing. I'm sticking with Circle. And I'm so glad I did. So click this 14-day trial link, give it a shot. I promise you, this is going to be one of those things where you're going to just mess around and be like, wow, and messing around, I set up my whole community in like 3 days. Let me now start making money from this. So this is why I recommend Circle in a 20-minute nutshell, y'all. Of course, you can let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate you. Try Circle. I'm telling you, it'll change the game. And as always, I'm wishing you peace and blessings. Thank you.